Well, hi everybody. This is a stay-at-home grandma, and I'm here. I'm cooking dinner. I'm not making an elaborate dinner, just some meatloaf and some rice is cooking on the stove, and some beans, a can of beans, and I'll doctor them up. How's everybody doing? I am doing fine. Went to the Dollar Tree yesterday. Tell you about that after I finish putting the meatloaf in the oven. We can talk. So I'm cutting the onions up. I'm not putting in a whole bunch of. I'm not putting in the Holy Trinity today. I have peppers and I have all that, just a little bit, because the truth is, I don't feel like it. But I have to have onions. Hello, how are you? Hey, Jaden, what's up? Glad to see you. I think that's enough onions. I thought maybe I needed more. What's happening, Jaden? Do all your Christmas shopping? Hi, I'm Dee Dee. My real name is Dania. Welcome, Dawn. Cooking chili in a crock pot. I think that's what I might do because I have hamburger. I think I have more hamburger, and my husband took too much hamburger out. But I think what I'm going to do is make some nachos for the girls tomorrow, and do some chili in the crock pot probably tonight. That might be good. So I'm going to be on for a little while, I think. So Donna, what do you do? Because we got so many talented people here. So that's that. I put the egg in the hamburger already. I'm guilty. But I'm not doing the whole Holy Trinity. I'm not putting the peppers or the, because I'm going to put in hot peppers and so I'm going to leave this down here for a minute and then I'll pick it up. Hey, Tania, how are you? Aloha. Making meatloaf. So I put in what my mother put in, and that's Hunt's ketchup with any ketchup. Sometimes I put in tomato sauce, but right now I'm putting in ketchup. Oh, you draw and crochet. Okay, good. I don't draw anymore. I haven't drawn anything in years, except maybe diagrams or something. But I do knit, and I'm going to learn. I say that this is the year that I'm going to learn to crochet. After all these years, my mother tried to teach me. I don't know why I didn't learn. I'm using plain breadcrumbs. I have breadcrumbs, but I just didn't do it. I wasn't looking for them. I'm kind of like in a lazy. I was on earlier today, so well, this is garlic salt. That's about a teaspoon and a half of that. So Tania, what are you cooking? No, Tania. I'm using some adobo, which is all-purpose seasoning. Now I'm putting in my hot pepper flakes. I have some peppers I have to bring in and dry too. Okay, that's enough. He doesn't like it as hot as I do, so I won't do that to him. Putting in a little salt. Hamburger. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm making meatloaf. Yeah, I'm making meatloaf so that way we can have sandwiches or something tomorrow because I've got to meet the girls. I've got my granddaughters tomorrow, so I'm making some nachos for them. Got some onion powder. Excuse me. And that's it. Hey, French John Closet, how are you? I'm going over your site too. I missed it today because I was on early this morning, and then I had to do some things in the house. So I'm going over and pay homage to everybody tonight that I missed. And everybody, that's on here, pray for Tennessee and every place else that they had tornadoes or whatever it was. I'm telling you. And the building the Amazon building that collapsed. I wasn't sure where that was. It was like in like 3 different regions where the tornadoes hit. This is awful. So yeah, I think that I'm gonna put some chili in the. I might do it while I'm on here, because I have these packages that were given to me of the chili, but it has no beans in it. But that's not a problem because I have dry beans and canned beans. I don't live without my beans and my rice. So that's what I put in. I put in sometimes I put in tomato sauce. Other times I put in tomato ketchup. So I'm doing my mother's meatloaf today. And she used to do it all kinds of different ways. Okay, so that's mixed. So now I'm gonna put it in the pot. Well, I'm not gonna put it in the pot. I'm gonna put it in this pan right here. This pan is already sprayed and ready to go. And like I said, it's just me and my husband. My granddaughter, if she comes over, she'll probably want a piece of the meatloaf because she likes my meatloaf. But the other granddaughters, I'll make nachos for them. And one granddaughter doesn't eat at all because, I had an egg in it. I had an egg in it. It was before you came. I showed it, the egg in it. So the other granddaughter, she has allergies, so she doesn't eat. She eats some things that I make, but she can't eat a lot of different things. So I don't like playing with her, and I don't like. I suppose I should know how to cook for her, but really I wasn't allowed to by her mother, so I just left it alone. That's her child. But I do have things that she likes. That's things that she can eat, like she likes the Magnum, the non-dairy products from Magnum, and that's like ice cream, but that's ice cream she can eat. Oatmeal ice cream she can eat. She likes the French fries and stuff that I get for her. I buy her special things, so they're here when she comes, so that she won't feel cheated. Yeah, but I always use an egg. Okay, I'm putting this in the oven. Then I'll come back and then we'll talk some more, because I got to show you what I got at the dollar store. And I think I'll probably do the chili. I think I'll do the chili while we're here, since I'm going to do it in the crock pot. And who was it? One of the new people. Oh, Dawn. Everybody meet Dawn, if she's still on. Say hi to Dawn, please. I think it's DG. But what I've done, rice is done. So I think I'll put this away. I'll put the breadcrumbs away. And I will actually do the chili now while I'm talking to all of you. Then I'll do the rest of the hamburger for the nachos tomorrow. This is the hamburger that I have. See, that's why. And for us, you know, I gotta wash up this up right there. What did I do with it that fast? Let me read everybody. I used to do that, and I really need to get back to that but I have chicken in there, and really that's marinating, and I want to know, and I didn't want to bother my grandchildren today because they're with their mom today. So I wanted to know if they wanted barbecue chicken or they wanted nachos. But the chicken's already marinating, so I can barbecue it. The barbecue sauce is already done. What was I doing? Oh, okay. But yeah, I'm going to start doing like 3 meals a day on Sunday because it's like before, because even though they're small, most of the time it's me and my husband, it makes sense. You know what I mean? So I don't have to be cooking all the time. And he cooks too, but like I said, he's not feeling good, so. Okay. So I'm getting the package out now. I'm going to get the package out and I'll be right back, okay? Play nicely with one another. No fighting. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the review, what I got at the dollar store, and then I'll do the chili. But this is the package that I got. And I'm looking at it and I'm going, all right, I'm going to try it. It's actually good. It's the Market Street Premium Chili, no beans, low sodium. This right here. Hi, Mara Sandy, how are you? Oh, hi, Mira. Say hello to everybody. Say hello to Vern, DG, Jaden. Say hello to everybody. Now I know who you are. Okay, all right, because you're coming over tomorrow? Because I'm fixing meatloaf and chili and all that for tomorrow. Amira, I have chicken, okay? All right? And I'm marinating it. Do you want barbecue chicken tomorrow or do you want nachos? Amira, say hi to Vern's Junk Closet. She's our cousin. Yep. Okay, so I have this, and this is no beans, and it's fully cooked and ready to serve. But I find that when I put it in the crock pot and I season it, my way, okay, and I'm gonna use black beans for that. And I already have the rice made. That makes it much better. So yeah, ray of sunshine. You know what we can do if you want to is get together and actually do it together one Sunday. You know what I mean? Say hi to Ray of Sunshine, everybody. I don't know where Jaden is. He's around here somewhere. Get together one day and just cook because it's getting to be winter and we're going to be looking for things to do. I know I am. I'm always looking for something. So anyway, I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do show you what I got at the Dollar Tree. I'm looking for my knife. I'm always losing something. So I went to the Dollar Tree yesterday, and I went to the new one, and they had these. And I bought 4 of them. I probably should have bought more, but they had these, so I got these. I got 4 of them. I got one pink, one gray. One pink. Good evening, Carmen. How are you? I got one pink, and these are at the Dollar Tree, and they're really, you know what? They're really good plastic. They're not thin plastic like some of the Dollar Tree stuff is. They're really, really good. And then I got another gray and a green. So I got this gray. And then this green. So I thought that was a good buy because I can put all of my I can put all of my sewing stuff in it and all the other kind of stuff that I use for my crafts because I'm trying to straighten out that room, even though, okay, they haven't fixed the ceiling yet because every time they make it, they're coming in to look at the gutters tomorrow and do those. But every time they come make a date to fix the roof, rather, it rains. And yesterday it started raining for a minute, and I'm just finished my live, okay? Only me. And I feel the drop coming down. Now it's never, leaked in that part of the room. And I'm like, okay. And I feel another one, and that says, well, let me move my computer now. So I moved my computer and stuff like that, and I put a bucket under there. And it dropped a couple of drops in that stuff. And my husband said, was it leaking there now? And I said, yeah. And he said, I will be glad when this is over. And it doesn't look like we're going to get it done till after Christmas. But there's always something, you know that. So then I got 2 more bags for Christmas because I do not wrap presents. That is not in my genre. Okay, it's not in my vocabulary. I wrap the ugliest gifts. Of course, I got some Pine Glow. Okay, honey, I'll see you tomorrow. I love you too. I know you're coming over tomorrow by 11 so she can do the laundry, okay? And tell her I said so. Bye-bye. So then, I got some disinfectant spray. I've been buying this instead of the other spray because I think that's really good. I didn't do a whole bunch of arts and crafts stuff like I usually do. I bought this Ajax, and this is a bleach alternative. And I guess it's pomegranate and lemon. That's what's on the cover anyway. So I got that. I got some hooks for the fireplace. And I got these hooks, but then I got some bigger hooks too. Okay, so my friend talked me into buying some Fabuloso. And this is Fabuloso Refreshing Lemon. So we'll see. We shall see. Okay, because if I like it and it actually cleans, we'll see. Because I'm really going to start making my own disinfectant, or attempting to make it. So, I'm going to tell you. I got nail polish remover, but I got a for art projects. I kept my nails really, really short. I'm keeping them a little longer, but that's about it. I'm not. So I'm in the dollar store yesterday, and I'm in one of the new dollar stores, so it's real big and everything like that. And I spy some sprinkles by Viola. So I got pink sprinkles and red sprinkles. Okay, they didn't have any chocolate, and I think they had blue, and then they had yellow, but no chocolate because I looked. Because chocolate is something everybody likes. I bought my husband. Do you like Fabuloso? Have you used it? Okay, all right. I'll see. Okay, because I use that awesome. And while it is awesome, that smell chokes me. And I have to be very careful with smells. You know what I mean? I can't be around dogs or dog hair. I can't be around cats. Certain smells just kind of just, I don't know. I developed allergies after I had the stroke because I was only allergic to milk. So I bought my husband this stocking. It was so cute. So I can put some things in his stocking as well. Okay. And here's the other nail polish remover. Now, one of them I'll probably give to my granddaughter that's not here, or she's not online either. Unless she's listening in the bathroom. But I doubt that seriously. She's probably. Okay, I will test it in a small area. In fact, I'll probably smell it now and say, okay, so I bought some of this Arizona tea because I like my tea and I make my tea, but I'm so busy right now that I don't have time to make it. I'm going to try to make some this week. I bought a battery case, so I'm trying to buy like one of these batteries. I have other batteries, but I'm trying to buy one of these batteries each time I go. And this is the super heavy duty 9-volt battery. I bought some tape. I bought forks. Then the last thing I bought Teddy Bowl. But I'm going to actually do my own. But that's like next year, God willing. I have recipes for it. And I have one that actually dissolves. So I'm going to do my own and see how that works. Because my bowl does stay clean. So I'm down to the last bag. I got this. And this is to store things upstairs. I'm buying these for the upstairs in my art room so that I can keep things I'm making in there. I have my own flour upstairs, all that. Kleenex. Don't leave home without it. Don't be without it. Got my popcorn. And you know what I noticed? This popcorn bag is smaller than when it first came out. And this is the fire roasted sweet corn. But I'm telling you, this popcorn bag is smaller than when it first came out. I got brown sugar, but I bought brown sugar for the upstairs. That's why I have one of these jars. Oh, this is for Hadia. This is my granddaughter that's allergic. So she can have things like this, like the sort pear cider, things like that. So I try to get her different treats. So when she comes in, like I said, she won't feel alone and lost. And then last I got these. If anybody saw in the summertime in June, when my granddaughter graduated from high school, I did her little candy boxes. I made this little the candy boxes. I'm actually gonna do it again, but I'm gonna make candy boxes for all the grandchildren. And the one that was on, she's 19. So, oh, I got more hooks. That's the bigger hooks for the fireplace. So I got different colors, and these were actually 2 pieces, so that was good. I got purple, and there are two rows, 2 pieces, so that was really good. And then I got pink. So if I need any more, I'll go get some more. There was a lot of them there, but that doesn't mean they'll be there. Because it's crunch time now, so everybody's going to be running through the dollar store and running through the store and trying to buy things and do whatever. So now I'm going to put these on the stairs because these will go upstairs, and then I'm going to come back and we are going to make my chili. Since my friend Ray of Sunshine said I must. Well, she didn't say I must, but she suggested that she strongly suggested that I do it, and it makes sense. So I'm going to take all this and put this up on the stairs. I'll be right back. Play nicely with one another. Ray of Sunshine, you're in charge. I'm sorry, Vern's in charge. Vern and Ray of Sunshine are in charge. Didn't I say that? I got my knife. I'm going to cut up the onions for here. I'll bring the little... Put these here for now. Let's get this meat in here and then let's go. The wrong thing, and put this in here first. think I turned around once. So I got everything I need, I believe. And I need a fork. Forgot about that. Okay, so yeah, Mira, she's gone. She got to charge her phone. So I'm breaking up the hamburger first. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of Prego in there because it has its own sauce. But if I can open it, when he opens up this, oh, here it is. And now this sauce has roasted garlic and herb, and it's plant protein, so I don't. It's okay. That's good. And now we have this, which is is Bernie here? Did Bernie come in some kind of way? Cut this open. And I like these because when you're in a hurry, and I never thought I would actually like them, but I do. So how's everybody doing? So has everybody got all their Christmas presents? And before I even ask that, did everybody get all my Christmas presents? Did you get all your family, but did you get all my Christmas presents too? Vern? Did you? I don't know you that well yet, but yeah. All I want is for everybody to be healthy and safe. Because this is a madhouse out here. And every time you hear from home, it gets worse. I didn't open it all the way. That's why, because I know me and you know that I get to spilling things if I open it too wide. So it's coming out slowly. Hey, moms, how you doing? I think I'll give it one more squeeze. Put this in the plate down there. So this is what you get. And that's the chili and the sauce. Now, I'm going to stir this in. And then I'll put my seasoning in it, and then I'll put my beans in it because it doesn't come with beans. But it is a quick way. I do make chili the other way, and I will make chili one day in the wintertime when it's cold. Okay, how's your husband doing? I hope he's doing well, or better, at least. So I mixed the raw hamburger in. So the hamburger's all mixed in now. Okay, so now, here we go, the beans. And these are the black beans. And these are American Beauty. I do have regular beans, but I don't feel like fooling with them. I don't. He has to do dialysis. Oh, that's too bad, but at least he's here. I should have brought my trash can a little bit closer, but there was a paper plate down there, so that's good. And I'll empty it when I get finished. So those are the black beans. So I got that in there. But we'll be praying for him. He'll be all right. I have a cousin on dialysis, and he's doing just fine. And I stir these around. Like I said, this is going in the crock pot. And actually, I was, thinking about it, but I said I would do it tomorrow. But you're right. I'm going to do 3 meals on Sunday. And then that way, I won't have to cook so much. And like I said, I used to do it before. I don't know what possessed me to start doing meals every day. All right, so now I'm actually going to leave this here because I'm going to cut up. Oh, I got to put. Okay, so my husband got mad at me because I put the Scotch bonnet in the string beans, but they were so good for Thanksgiving. So I'm thinking, I'll just do a little one. What do you think? You think that's okay? Yes, of course. I mean, it's chili after all, isn't it? He doesn't understand that, that hot peppers are very important in food. At least that's what my mother said, so I'm going with that one. Okay, now let's put some onion salt in there. It's not onion salt, it's onion powder, by the way. Put some adobo. I'm going to chop up some onions too. You can smell it in here. What, the pepper? A little bit of garlic salt because I didn't put any fresh garlic in it. I'm not going to put any pepper flakes in there because it's already got pepper. You never used them? If you like hot food and you're used to hot food, then use it. If you're not, use a little bit of it first and then introduce yourself to it. Because see, what happened with my husband is usually what happens with most husbands when they don't listen to their wives. He went to my family reunion a few years ago, many years ago, actually. It's been almost 20 years, I think. And we were first married and everything, and and whatnot. So he didn't meet all my family and stuff like that. And I told him all of our food was smart. There was American food, there was Filipino food, there was Portuguese food, and then there was really hot food, and there were other foods because I'm in a military family, so everybody married somebody from another place, including my dad. Okay, so my husband asked about the roast chicken, and I'm like, you can't eat it, okay, unless you have milk. Okay, you can go. So he said, I never heard anything like that. I said, yeah, but you know that we're ethnically challenged here, okay? And he said, yeah, but he said, your food's not hot. I said, because I don't cook it because it's hot, but I don't cook it as hot as I used to cook it because of you. I'm coming. I'm gonna eat it. I'll try it. So he gets the chicken. No milk. I said, don't forget the milk. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Men. Some men anyway. Okay. Gets the chicken. He's sitting down. Of all things, he and my uncle, but my uncle doesn't know he's eating it. Or my uncle's not paying attention. And then he gets a beer. And I'm like, oh, that's not going to be good. Okay. So I'm cutting up onions, by the way. So he gets it, goes back and gets some more, gets some other things. Okay. And I'm like, oh my God. Now we're in Connecticut. We live in Delaware. We have to drive home. And my daughter's boyfriend at the time was, at that particular time, was with us. And he drove part of the way to Delaware. And my husband drove part of the way, and I drove part of the way. My husband gets in a car and says, I don't feel good. I said, mm-hmm. And then his stomach started bubbling. So he had to, go to the bathroom, stuff like that. Then he slept all the way home. He was sick for 2 days because I told him, I said, that stuff is hot. You just can't eat it like that. You can't eat it. So now he really does not. He'll eat hot food, but not real hot. That ruined his whole thing for hot food. But I told him. But sometimes some men don't listen. They think they know everything. We just took away because I'm like, I know my family, so I know what's hot and what isn't. And see, I could eat it all day, but he couldn't. So I got my onions all chopped up. Okay, so now was it in this or the chicken? The roast chicken it's called red chicken or red con pollos. It is jalapeno, scotch bonnet, and some kind of chili paste that my uncle used to make. I forget what it was. And so it was mixed and it soaks for 2 days. So all my onions are mixed in. And I think we are ready to go. Turn it down on low on the turn it down low on the Where's my husband? He's upstairs somewhere. But he was really sick. And I had to laugh because I told him, I said, you don't go to somebody else's place when they have hot food like that. Because, let me put this on and then I'll tell you. My girlfriend came from Trinidad years ago. Actually, it's my mother's friend. I was friends with her daughters. And we were all friends, though, because we were all grown. But when she went to Trinidad, she asked me what I wanted. I'll be right there. So she asked me what I wanted. So I told her, I said, I want some hot peppers that you have. So she said, okay. So she brought the hot peppers back. And now, remember, every culture has their hot pepper. Every country has their hot pepper. And every culture has their hot pepper. Okay? So, and I have to make a mental note to clean out my refrigerator this week too. And knowing that, I should have known better. Okay? But yeah, he ate it. Yeah. My mother used to say, hard head make a soft behind. So she brings me back this pepper from Trinidad. And it was in a tin can. And it did not have a plastic top on it. It had aluminum foil wrapped. It was wrapped in aluminum foil in a tin can, wrapped really, really good, and then tied. I should have known. That should have been the green light then when they didn't have a plastic can on a tin can, but I just figured that's the way that you carried it. So I make a big pot of greens and stuff like that, and I'm always putting a pepper in. So I said, I'm going to take some of this stuff off. The second thing that should have alarmed me was the fact that when I opened it up, it kind of burnt my eyes a little bit. So I took a piece off. And I should have asked her too how to use it. Okay. I put it in the greens and stuff like that. Well, the greens were excellent. Okay, excellent. That stuff burnt, didn't burn my tongue, but it burnt all the way down. And then I'll just say it burnt when it came out. That's all I'm saying. So I asked her, I said, should I have used? She said, no, you only need like a little bit of a teaspoon. I said, now I ask you. So then after that, when I did use like a teaspoonful of it, I was fine. But yeah. So I have chili peppers, Thai peppers outside that I have to bring in to dry. So I'm contemplating whether I should go ahead and make my syrups now while we're talking. And try them with the pan. Yeah, that one. Let me put all this away and stuff like that and throw this away and put this in the sink. Put some things away and then we'll decide whether I'm going to make some syrup or not since we're all here. But yeah, you kind of think you know things and you don't. Mm, they're I think they're hotter when they're not dried, but they're just as good dried. You know what I mean? So I like them either way. I'm kind of like the crazy person. I might as well go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm gonna go get some sugar. I'll be right back. Okay. There's your cup. I'll be right there getting some sugar. Yeah, there you go. And the last thing I'll do is my beans. But I might as well I was gonna make some raspberry syrup anyway. Might as well make it while I'm talking to you all. Make it while I'm talking to you all. This is the Driscoll's raspberries. made a basket. Oh. Put in a cup of sugar. Then I add some water. I'm gonna let it when it get into a boil. Then it'll turn syrupy. I gotta make my syrups. So, I'm actually gonna make some Bailey's Irish cream in a few days. Anybody interested in that? Bear with me 1 minute. I'm gonna wash a few of these dishes. I hate a bunch of dishes. Be soaked for a few minutes, and then I will come back and do these. Okay. I got my stuff with my syrup on. No, they're raspberry. Hey, Vernell, how are you? Welcome in. Yeah, sometimes the really hot ones do give you heartburn. So far, so good. Things that give me heartburn are sometimes chocolate, depending on what I'm thinking chocolate milk now, but it was hot chocolate. Now it's room temperature chocolate. But if I try to eat chocolate candy or something like that, although my daughter made these yesterday. And these are fudge. But see, she's a naturalist, so she uses probably everything natural. So, and I use a lot of natural things and stuff like that, but like I said, hot peppers and stuff like that. Like she doesn't like hot peppers at all. Because when she came over for Thanksgiving and she said, "Oh my God, fresh string beans," because she loves string beans, and I didn't think to separate the string beans for her, and I guess I'm gonna have to separate the string beans for my husband because he's like, oh, he said these are good, but they're hot, and I'm like, okay, so I'm gonna have to separate for you too now. But things like that. I don't get heartburn too often, but I do get it. So anyway, I'm gonna make the raspberry. I'll show you how to make the raspberry syrup. Just boil it down until it syrups up, and then you just strain it, pour it in a jar, put it in the refrigerator. I have to make chocolate syrup. I have to make caramel syrup. I'm waiting for my caramel flavoring because I don't feel like making the caramel, caramel and the sugar and all that. It just takes so daggone long sometimes. And the thing about it is, too, I have to be in a good space to do it because I could burn myself if I'm not careful. So, you know, I've been in a good space for a while, but, some days are better than others, and it's been pretty good. So, Vernell, how are you? How are you doing? And what are you doing? And all that kind of stuff. And where did Vern go? And where is, there were a lot of people in. All right, is everybody still in, or did some people leave? Like Gigi and I don't know. But I'm doing good. I mean, consider all things considered, I'm fine. I thank God every day I'm here. I try to do as much as I can every day that I am here as well. I might do that. Somebody else told me that. Somebody else told me that I could make it in my crock pot. I never knew that. Okay, so I need to look up a recipe for it, but that might be the situation. And I have a small crock pot. In fact, I have a candy crock pot. I'm actually going to give away because I'm not using it. Somebody gave it to me. I don't remember who. I may have to put a little bit more sugar in it. I'll see in a minute. But I'll try that because that works for me. But that caramel is that's a whole other ball of wax. It's not hard to make. It's actually easy to make, but if you're not careful, you burn it. And I have these amazing pots though, because it just kind of sticks and then rolls off. But if you're not careful, you burn it or you burn yourself. So I'm not doing that. But I will be making chocolate syrup, and we're going to be doing some other things this week. So I'll come on and I'll make the chocolate syrup for you because we're out of chocolate syrup, and nobody tells me these things. Okay, and my youngest great grandchild, she's 8, so she would tell me if she was the last one to use it, we're out of chocolate syrup, but nobody tells me these things. So, what can you do? They're children. Excuse me, 1 minute. Gotta do a couple of things. Because the meatloaf's almost ready. Gonna do the beans. Give them some pepper flakes. A little bit of salt. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a little bit of garlic in it. So now I'm gonna spoon in the spoon this in and see how it's doing. I think that needs some more sugar. That's what I think. So I'll be right back. And of course, I put the measuring cup in the sink, so I gotta get another one. But I'll be back. Play nicely. Give that another 10 minutes. Wow. So, is there anything that you would like me to do that I can research? Because I can research all day. And I have a lot of cookbooks, so I could research, and they're old cookbooks that belong to my mom and stuff like that. So if there's something in your mind that you want a throwback or something like that, just tell me and I'll do it because I like doing it. Oh, yeah. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Diwali. If I forgot anybody, I'm sorry. Diwali's over and Hanukkah's starting. I think they're 4 days in the house. I think. Don't get me wrong. And Kwanzaa's not quite started yet. But yeah, Brunel, I will pick up that in consideration. I'll look up that up and probably do it in a crock pot, and that will probably be better for me. Because there's really no easy way to do it in the pan. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, red beans and rice is good. And what I'll do is I have red beans all the time in the can. But now, answer me this, okay, Ray of Sunshine. Did your mom make the beans fresh or did she do it in a can? Because I can do it either way. But I'll have to make the beans the day before. And did you do it with the Holy Trinity? Because my mom did it with the Holy Trinity. I only do it with onions, but my mother did it with peppers, onions, and celery. Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. But yeah, she did it with peppers, onions, and celery. My grandmother did it with bacon. So you tell me how you want the red beans and rice done, and then I will, do it. But my grandmother was from the South. I'm not sure where you're from. So I think they put everything, they put bacon in everything. People think that bacon jam is something new. No, it's not. No, it's not. And I remember when I used to go down south to visit my grandmother before my dad died. Okay, I'll try it either way. Onions and peppers, and want some bacon in it. And what's funny is that my mom, okay, what was I saying? When I used to go down south, oh yeah, and so they used to keep the bacon jar up on top of the stove. Remember that? Okay. Okay, that sounds good. Hey Vera, how are you? Yep, cornbread would go good with that. Yeah. See, my father's from the South. My mother's from a whole other genre. Okay. She's from Portugal originally, but they met when she was working in the electric boat company in Connecticut. How you doing, Vera? We're talking about food. And they kept me company while I made dinner. And now I'm doing some raspberry syrup and get ready to take my meatloaf out. It should be ready in about another 5 minutes. By the time I check up the syrup and everything like that, I'll bring the meatloaf out. It hasn't reached syrup consistency yet, but the meatloaf is done. You want to wait a few minutes? Because I just took the meatloaf out.
Wait.
Okay, because I want it to cool off before I cut it. Yeah, and I got made some red beans, and you got rice.
Okay, I'll fix my plate
Okay.
when I get ready to eat.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mm.
Pick one of these bags up.
If you want to, yes, please. Factions. I wish, you know what? By the time this is all over with, we'll be faxing food to one another and everything. Watch, okay? Watch. Or like putting it in the microwave and putting somebody's address in it and microwaving it somehow or other, okay? Because I never thought that I would see the day that they would send people like Michael Strahan to, to the moon or wherever he went. I mean, come on. Okay, I know they have money and stuff like that, but there's something about being an astronaut that I think, okay, is compelling. All right, so for somebody to just and the other William Shatner, okay, come on now.
The unknown, that's what it is.
Yeah, but see, all right, but see, the thing is, if he gets out there and then can't come back, he's gonna be mad.
Okay. I'm not gonna miss it.
Yeah, I mean, you do grow up with it. I don't care whether you got Southern roots or it all depends upon how old you are too, because some of the younger girls don't even have an interest in doing it or learning things. You know, they don't have an interest in doing things or learning things and stuff like that. And then I kind of fault the schools for it too, because hey, country girl, how you doing? How you feeling? I was in your the other day. I was on your site. They don't want to do it, or they don't have a need to do it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, there's so many things that he could do with that money. Okay. Because I understand it's a joyride, you know, for them or something like that. But I go back to when the that ship blew up that had the school teacher on. But I actually knew Ron because he was living in Boston at that time, and he had a lot to do with the kids and everything down there. And I kind of met him a couple of times. I didn't know him like, you know, I know him and we were like big buds, but he came to where I worked at. I worked for the Salvation Army Boys Club, and I was one of the directors. And so, he knew him. Mm. So, when that blew up, it hurt me because, she was a school teacher, and it was real funny because I was thinking about at that particular time going up. And because they had asked a lot of the teachers to apply and stuff like that. And then I thought, no, I ain't got time for this, because I was studying. I was in grad school at the time and stuff like that. And oh, really? Oh, that's too bad. But I thought about no. And then I took the day off from work to watch it. And then I also was studying because I had a final. And I'm like, whoa, you know, and it hit me. I'm glad I didn't put, but not that they would pick me anyway, but I'm glad that they didn't pick me, but because I didn't put my name in. But hey, well, that's good. That's good because my daughter's 50 something. My oldest daughter can cook. My son can cook. My daughter can now cook, but when she was coming up and we were cooking and everything, and see, this is what Ray Sunshine was saying to me was cook your meals on Sunday so that you won't have to cook. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to cook healthier. And to be perfectly honest with you, I really don't like the dollar menus. Now I do like McNuggets. I do, but it's not a day-to-day thing with me. Yeah, but they wouldn't have picked me anyway. You know what I mean? I doubt seriously that they would have picked me. And it was just a thought. You know how you think of things, and I'm like, I don't want to be bothered with that. And Michael Strahan, okay, the money that him and Shatner spent going out to space, it could have fed a whole lot of hungry people. That's what I feel. A whole lot of hungry people. You know, could have paid rent for some people that can't afford to pay rent right now because they've lost their jobs or whatever. Could have paid light bill, could have paid something, but to me, and I'm just going to say it, I think that's just a way of them showing off and showing their millions. You know, I can't think of any other reason why they would want to go out. Okay, they're not scientists. You know, they're not scientists. I mean, I was a behavioral scientist, but still I was a scientist. My granddaughter is a scientist. She will be graduating this May or June. And I could see her wanting to go. You know, I could see her wanting to go because she likes science. You know what I mean? She likes, but she's going into some sort of lab or something. She's, you know, whatever. And I say she's going to find it. I say, and I told her, I said, you're going to find a cure for cancer because we've lost so many people to cancer. All of us. This is one thing that we all have in common. If we don't have anything else in common, we have all been touched by cancer. A relative, a friend, you know, I mean, come on. Yeah. You know, and to me, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, because he could have fed a lot with what he paid, and I don't know exactly what it was, but I know it was billions. Okay, it wasn't a million or two; it was millions. Okay, he could have fed a lot of people, or like I said, paid their rent, paid their mortgage, paid their whole house off. And I don't understand why people feel the need when they have money like that to do things that are not in the ordinary for them. Because again, yeah, my mother and my father died of cancer. My father died in 1956 when I was 8 years old, and my mother died in 82, and I was 32 years old. And so, come on. Could have donated to cancer, could have donated to the children's fund, you know, the hungry fund, whatever, you know. And my argument is, okay, and it has been for quite some time. Now, these presidents that we have had have not given as much to other countries as other presidents have. Okay. Right now, right this very minute, we all need to be pulling together. Okay. And I'm not on a soapbox. I'm just, you know, we all need to be pulling together to take care of each other and our neighbors. Okay. My mother said, you know what I mean, that a long time ago, and it stayed with me forever. Okay. She said, you've got to be a positive, you've got to have some kind of positive bond with your neighbors. Sometimes even when they don't want to have a positive bond. Oh no, it wasn't cheap. I know it was a couple of $1 million. I'm saying maybe $5 million, which is like $5 to us. Well, $5 to me, I've always been cheap. So, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? And that could have fed a bunch of people. I don't know why they come out of the woodwork for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Okay, because people need help all the time, and I know this because you know I was in the church. I'm still in the church, but I was one of the associate pastors, and we always feed people. I fed people on Thursday. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and to me, you know, I don't see the need. I don't, and I think that it's a slap in the face to those astronauts who really train to go up there, because they take, I think it's like 16 months of training. I think it's either 15 or 16 months. Don't quote me on that. It's some months. It's more than a year, I know that, of training. And he trained in what, 4 or 5 weeks? Come on. Mm-mm. This is getting crazy. But somebody's always thinking of a way to make money. And then the other thing is, my girlfriend and I were talking about this last night. Okay? There you go. There you go. It would be a nice project. Well, my girlfriend and I were talking about it last night. Every time you split the sky to go up to the moon, the stars, wherever it is the astronauts go, okay, it sends a shockwave all over the world. Hence, he went up yesterday, if I'm thinking, right? Either Friday or yesterday. Hence, the tornadoes that we had. Okay? Now, has it been, I don't think it's been 6 months since Shatner went up. So, to me, like I said, they're fooling with things that they shouldn't be fooling with. I realize and I recognize that you go out in space and stuff like that to put your whatever and do whatever and stuff like that. For those astronauts, I say, okay. But if you're doing it every 6 months, it's got to set an unbalance to the world. And we're already unbalanced. We've got all kinds of weather problems. But think about that. He went up Friday, I believe. And then they have the tornadoes, the bad tornadoes, in December. Okay. We'll be here. Let me check on my sir. Now, I'm not that kind of scientist, but I got that kind of sense. Now, the behavioral scientist in me says they do it for attention. But like I said, I'm not that kind of scientist. But it just makes sense that we have this complete chaotic mess the next day. So, I mean, it's just crazy. But anyway, red beans and rice. Anybody else want anything? Because the raspberry syrup's almost ready, so I got to make sure that it's dripping off the spoon. That's why I use wooden spoon. Annie, Jenny, and friends, hello, Annie. I tried last night. I did. I missed the birthday party Friday night, and I missed your party last night. Now, Friday night, my son had a birthday party for Jenny Jellybean, yeah. And I was all set to go on and everything. Was knitting in my bed and stuff like that, had the television on and the computer. When I woke up, it was 3:00. Everybody was gone. Last night, I did the same thing. Took my shower, everything, put my pajamas on, was knitting, waiting for you to come on, and again, fell asleep with my knitting needles in my hand. I have come to realize, as I've always known because I've said it to you, I turn into a pumpkin after about 9:45. That's why I just decided I'll come on today early and cook, because I'm telling you, I am telling you, I have tried very hard. So we gonna have to get together in the daytime or something, cause or before 9:45, cause I get in the bed about 9. I say my prayers, read my Bible, stuff like that. Or sometimes I don't read my Bible at night, but I say my prayers. Sometimes I listen to prayers on YouTube, because they have a lot of good prayers on YouTube. And sometimes, and of course, I watch YouTubers, of course. You know, a lot of times I watch all of you, except for the fact that I can't at all make any remarks, because the television does not allow you to do that. You want me to make some cornbread and some homemade sweet tea? I'm gonna tell you about me and cornbread. I can make cornbread. In fact, I grate the corn. But I have gotten so used to these. I can't even think what the name of it is. I've been using this cornbread mix for years, and I love it. But I'll make some. I will. I will make some. I will probably make some cornbread from scratch and some homemade sweet tea. And we will just sit up here and we will just talk about the good old days yesterday. But yeah, I mean, because I like cooking. That's why I can't wait to go to class. I have to take a couple of classes first before I can't go into the baking class until the fall. So that's fine, but I'll get the 2 classes out of the way. Good to see you too. How was it last night, Annie? You have fun? What I should have done was I should have just come on and been there or something like that, and then I just let it play through, even though I would have been asleep. But I'm gonna try to do that. That didn't even happen for my son. I'm surprised he's not on here. My granddaughter was on a little while ago. What greens? What kind of green? Mustard greens and collard greens, or just greens? I bet they were. I would have been laughing with you, except I was asleep. I have been going to bed at 10 o'clock. Now, mind you, when I was working, I never got to bed at 10 o'clock, because I was always correcting papers, writing things, sending emails and whatever, okay? So I went to bed about 11:30, 12 o'clock. But since I had the stroke, I just kind of just turned into the Pillsbury Doughboy, okay, without yeast. I just, you know what I mean? And like I said, when I was waiting up to go with my son, and then to go one day, and then to go on yours, Annie, I'm knitting. That's what I know. I'm like, and I got my knit needles in my hand, which is not a good thing. Okay, it was not a good thing, because it's a good thing I'm not a wild sleeper, because I probably would have jabbed myself somehow with one of them knitting needles. And if you wonder what I'm eating the marshmallows out of my hot chocolate. That's cold now, but good. But I can't stay up. I want to. Yeah, I do, because I wake up, and it's real funny. I always used to, like, I don't want to say laugh at mom, but I used to laugh at my grandmother. I used to be like, I called down south, right? And she lived for quite some time. And I said, "Grandma, what you doing?" Because I was married with my and had my first kid, and she was still alive. And I was living in Watertown, New York, and I used to call her like every weekend and say, "Grandma, what you doing? Get ready to go to bed, girl." Yeah, but it's only 8 o'clock. Yeah, and she said, "But I get up with the sun." And I'm like, "Okay, all right." And the thing is, the first time I get up is about, I want to say about 3:30, 4 o'clock, because I drink, like water and juice and, stuff like that. But I should actually cut off my drinking at 10 o'clock. Okay. But I don't. So, yeah, I love cooking also. I really do. But I don't cut off my drinking. So I'll sit there and then I'll wake up. Okay. And I'll get something to drink and then go to the bathroom. Then the next time I get up is about 5:30, and then I'm up. Because for those of you that don't know, we had breakfast together Friday at 5 o'clock in the morning, along with my granddaughter who was up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm gonna do that again one day. I'm just gonna surprise it. And I was just saying, let's see who's up, and a whole bunch of people. And they were from the East Coast too. It wasn't like they were from someplace else. Let me check my raspberry juice again. I don't drink. I drink juice, water, hot chocolate, coffee. Hey, Tuba Chat, how are you? What's up, Tuba? Everybody say hi to Tuba Chat. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I drink water and stuff like that. I do, however, for the holidays, make Bailey's Irish cream for the holidays. And I make eggnog. Okay, but I can't. I know. I know you're just kidding. I can't drink alcohol and take medication. Not that I take a bunch of medication either. But hey. So Tuba Chat, how you doing? What's up with you? Okay, I gotta go see how this raspberry syrup is going. Was that at her party yesterday? Well, she said they had a good time. But everybody can have a good time without alcohol too. Oh, that was good. I just knocked it down. Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to leave that there because that is really hot. Let it cool off for a minute. Then pour it in the syrup jar. And that's the raspberry syrup. I got to make the chocolate syrup, the caramel syrup, the blackberry syrup. I got to make a bunch of syrups. Yeah, I have my mother's recipe, and that eggnog is so good. But I only make it on the holidays and maybe once or twice during the wintertime. Yeah, because I'm lactose intolerant too. I'm lactose intolerant too, so I can't take milk at all. But it's funny. I can take cream, any kind of cream, regular milk, cream from the cow, cream, soy cream, any kind of cream. I can eat cheese. Okay. I can eat butter because I make butter, but I cannot drink the milk. I don't. It wasn't always that way. So I wonder when they started doing whatever they started doing to milk, is that what interfered with me? Hey, Selena, how you doing? I figured you were at work. How you doing, girl? I haven't talked to you in a minute. How's everything going for you? I did not make an ugly sweater. I stay out of that. When I was working at school and everything like that, at both schools, I always had two jobs. And I was working at both schools when I was teaching and I was counseling at the elementary school. They always had an ugly sweater thing. And I'm like, I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. I love my sweaters. I'm going to say it again. I love my sweaters. And I will not put on an ugly sweater. I will not. Sweaters to me are like mink coats to the rich girls. So I can't. But I mean, if you all like ugly sweaters, it's just me. I don't know. It's just sweaters to me are like mink coats to the rich girls. Don't bother my sweaters. No ugly sweater. I'm sorry. No ugly sweater. I like my sweaters. Okay. I have my sweaters that I wear around the house. And because I cook and everything like that, and I do art and all that kind of stuff, those are my sweaters that I wash and I keep them nice and I keep them clean and everything like that. Oh, to bells to Christmas lights. Okay. All right. But my sweaters that I wear out, it's like the Holy Grail in here. My sweaters. And another thing, my boots. Although I don't like Uggs. I bought my granddaughter a pair, but that I got it really, really cheap because I review. But I like my boots. I like my suede boots. So don't mess with my boots and don't mess with my sweaters. But she put bells and Christmas lights on it. Oh my. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. Let me get this in. Let me let you see it now. I got to figure out what to put in it now. Where to put it. But did anybody see the commercial where the husband and I guess it's the husband and wife or the girlfriend and the boyfriend, they have on ugly sweaters, but they're sweaters with mittens? Has anybody seen that commercial yet? I died when I saw that. I said, well, that tops everything. I gotta find something to put it in. Oh, I know. And I'll put it in. So this is it right here. This is the raspberry one going in this jar. And it's hot, but this is a mason jar. So I'll just leave this out for a little while, then I'll put it in the refrigerator. And I also have to clean my refrigerator out this week, tomorrow. Did you make the cheese, Vera? Oh, Vera won the prize for the ugly sweater? Okay. I just can't get into it. Now I wear ugly hats, little Christmas hats. Hey, DG, how you still here? Good. I have ugly hats. I gave my friend, because she works in the sales industry. She works for Kohl's, and I gave her one of my Mr. Grinch hats that I got. Raspberry syrup. I'm making syrups because we don't have any chocolate syrup. We don't have any raspberry syrup. We don't have any strawberry syrup. We don't have any caramel syrup. And I also have to make some yeah, I forgot what it was. Oh, simple syrup. But that's what I poured in the cup, in the glass, because my granddaughters did not tell me that I was out of anything. So I'll make the chocolate syrup tomorrow, and I'll probably come on. It's real easy to make. Yeah, you love your boots too. My boots are all suede. I don't, which is leather, but I don't have any leather boots. They're all suede. Do not mess with my boots. I used to have leather boots and stuff like that when I was working. And when I got sick, I sold a lot of my boots, and I gave a lot of my boots away. But I kept my suede boots because they're comfortable to me. Okay. And because sometimes my feet swell and stuff like that, they seem to hold my feet very, very well, as opposed to the leather boots. When my feet swell, I got to take them leather boots off. So I love my boots and I love my sweaters. I do not play with my sweaters. Yeah, I have snow boots, but it doesn't really snow here. It snows, but then the next day the rain washes it away, or the sun washes it away. So Delaware is really not that bad for snow, at least on the end that I'm at. Now we have ice storms. We do have that. But see, I do not go out when they have ice storms, and I do not go out when it is cold. I choose to stay in. You know what I mean? So that's why when my husband and I go shopping, we go like every 2 weeks and we get a lot of things and we put things in the freezer and then we can things and stuff like that. And I'm doing my canning a little bit back assward because I'm going to start canning some more things in January, which is backwards because there are some things I'm not going to be able to get to can until the spring, but that's okay because I've been so busy just doing other things and trying to keep up with him because he's had 2 heart attacks. He has what do you call it? Yes, in his heart. Yeah, I stay in when it snows. And what's funny is I'm from New England, where it snows all the time. Hell, it snows in May and June in Massachusetts. A pacemaker. Thank you, Annie. Yeah, you know all those nursing things. Yeah, he has a pacemaker in him. And he's just starting to feel good today and yesterday because he wasn't feeling too good for the past few days. So we do our shopping and stuff. My grandson-in-law will take me shopping. My daughter will take me shopping. We'll see. My daughter, I love her, but she likes to shop. And she still thinks that I don't know, this young chick. Oh yeah, biscuits with syrup, yeah. And I got a two ingredient biscuit, Vera. A 2 ingredient biscuit. Yes, I do. But she still thinks that I'm this young thing that can shop all day. Because she can shop all day. By the time she goes to just 2 stores, I'm done. My husband and I may go to 3 stores because we usually go to BJ's to get the big things that we need. We usually go to Farmers Market, and then we either go to the dollar store or we go to the regular grocery store. After that, because I have to go to the doctor's Tuesday, so we'll go to Walgreens and I'll get my paper towel and other things. Yeah, she thinks I can walk all over the mall. You know, she and the thing is, she broke her femur. I forgot what she broke, but she has a limp. Okay, and I limp. Okay, because I have arthritis in both knees and other things, and she refuses to. She'll go. I mean, first of all, she doesn't go out to go shopping until like 2:00, and I'm usually coming home by 2:00. Okay, that's first thing. The second thing is, okay, she'll go to 2 or 3 grocery stores. She'll go to one of the farmers markets. I love that now. She'll go to the co-op, okay? She will go to the dollar store. She will go to other stores I've never heard of, okay? First of all, I don't like malls. I've never liked malls. And I'll tell you why. Back in 1960, I want to say 63, when they opened up the mall in Boston, and I forgot what the name of the mall was, and I think it had something like 50 stores, to be exact, at that time. I'm thinking that, okay? She's like my mother. My mother hit all 50 stores, okay? I even think she went to the pet store, but we had pets, so yeah. Okay? My mother was so intrigued with the mall. Okay? Now, my cousin and I used to like to shop, but never like that. Never like that. So my daughter said to me one day, remember when you and Auntie Pam? And I'm like, yeah, but we didn't shop like that. I'm sorry. I refuse to go to the mall. If I go to the mall, and the mall here, it's kind of crazy because oh, I knocked something over. The mall on my end of town, it's kind of crazy because it's like one way in and one way out. And we were watching them. Me and my girlfriend came from shopping yesterday, and we were watching them. Okay, we were watching them, and they were in the mall in line. Just cars going up like this, so slow. And it's like that. It's always like that on Saturday and Sunday. So I won't go to the mall on the weekend either. And the thing is, the store that I love is there, Trader Joe's. They built it there. I think this past September they opened it. I've been there once. And I'm not going anytime soon until after Christmas because it's crowded in there. They're crazy. Yeah. It comes and goes. But yeah, I got a Boston accent. I'm sorry. But I no. Mm-mm. The mall. I forget what that mall was called too. But I think it had something like 50 stores in it. And I'm like, Mom, really? I mean, because we had breakfast. She stopped and she was decent enough to stop to get something to eat at lunch. Yeah, I did it for Thanksgiving, Ashley, and I'll do it again. Because I have a 2-ingredient biscuit. Okay. So she stopped about 12:30 and we had lunch. Okay. And then it was back to the races again. And it was me, my Aunt Martha, and her. I don't think my cousin Barbara was with Martha at that particular time. Yeah, because, yeah. But I have books to read and stuff like that. Good night, Bobs. Talk to you soon. I'm getting ready to go to bed, too. I'm getting ready to eat and then go to bed. I have, books and things, so I read. In fact, I sat outside on the bench in a couple places and just was reading. Because I'm like, okay, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But I'm going to clean up my kitchen. And I'm going to do the same thing Bob's did because it's about that time, y'all. And I'll be turning into a pumpkin. So if you want to email me or something and with some ideas, and if you want me to research anything, I'll be glad to do it. I'm going to really go hard after the first of the year because I want to make cheese with you all. I want to see how many of you want to learn how to make cheese. So, and some of the cheeses I've never tried before, so we're going to try them together. But the cream cheese and the sour cream and the regular mozzarella cheese, I already know how to do. So, yeah. So, make a list of the cheese you want to do or what you want to learn and everything like that. And I will do it. And if you want me to research something, I'm the one because, like I said, I got old books here. So they belong to my mother and my grandmother. So good night, everybody. God bless. Thanks for hanging with me. I will talk to you soon. Take care. Love one another. Love yourself. Stay safe. Bye-bye. See you in the next video.